Welcome back, my dear friends. Today our path crosses the two men who shaped this chapter of our journey. Nerest, the one who saved our life, has vanished into the wild outskirts, leaving behind clues that feel more like warnings than footprints. We follow his trail, hoping to understand what danger pushed him to disappear without a word. But before long, someone else steps into our way. Fox. He's no spirit, no legend. Just a sharp-tongued thief with more enemies than friends. Fox wants a deal. We steal back a stash that used to be his, now guarded by people who definitely won't negotiate. The choice is simple only on paper. Help him, betray him, or twist the situation to our own benefit. Between Nerest's disappearance and Fox's proposal, we're pulled into a web of motives we barely understand. Every step in this chapter tests whether we trust instincts, people, or pure survival. So take a breath. It's time to decide who we stand with and who we leave behind.
What's that? Done with everything?
Do you have any idea who might be tossing soiled trousers into your yard?
Ah, that vile stench is going to ruin my nice-smelling plants. Ah, go get to work.
That's a nice knife you have there.
Did you rifle through the whole house? Give me that.
It was just laying next to some bottles.
Sure. I know what you're thinking, and it's not stolen. My son gave it to me when I came back from the sea. He said, phrased it so nicely, "You're me and Mum's captain, and a captain should always have a sturdy knife."
Sounds darling. Where's your son now?
Gone. Once he was old enough, he joined the local guard. Patrolled the area. He wanted to earn money and be able to see us more often. Then his unit went to flush out a gang that had holed up in the swamp somewhere. They went deep into the marsh and, well, never returned. No one ever saw that gang again either. It's been 5 years.
Did you go looking for them?
Of course we did. First, all of us, and the other guards tore the swamps apart. Then eventually, it was just the relatives of the missing men out searching. Then, finally, I was the only one still scouring the swamps and the surrounding areas, like a damned fool, asking everyone I met, "Have you seen my boy? About this tall, with a kerchief at his neck, a red one. I've long since stopped going out to the swamps, so take this knife, boy. It's just keeping my old wounds open. I'm sure my son would approve of me giving it to someone in his hour of need. He was always kind-hearted, always loved helping people. You know how to use it?
Don't hold it by the pointy end, right?
Must be feeling better if you're up to cracking jokes. But if you're not handy with weapons, I suggest making it your first priority to find someone to teach you. On Greyshaft, it's kill or be killed.
Have you lived here long?
Oh, at least 10 years now. I was a sailor before that, travelled around. Once I met my lady here on Greyshaft, I kept coming back. Once I could tell me old bones couldn't take much more of the ocean winds, I came ashore for good. My son had been born here by that point too, a feisty little thing like you. So I had to marry his mother.
Was she happy about that?
Course she was. I built this house myself too, so we could live together here. In truth, the Grey took her afterwards. So me and my son...
Why'd you draw that thing on your face?
Ha! Capital, boy! This thing is the Royal Man of War. The symbol of Greysharp's shipboard fighting forces.
Did you do a lot of shipboard fighting?
You bet your arse I did. I was at my peak then. The Storm Winds War had just started. The men of war are the best of the best. Good as 10 men. Always at the vanguard of the fleet. The elite in a sea of scum. Ah, those were the days. Back before the men of war were disbanded. Thanks for your service. Greyshaft will never forget you, all that. Wasn't long before they did forget us. But we still follow our most important rule.
What's the rule?
To help our own, what else? There aren't too many men of war left, and bad things can happen to anyone, as you yourself know too well. If I see someone with a man of war on his face in a tough spot, my duty is to do everything I can to help him. Even if it means putting my own life on the line. Even when it comes to drunken brawls.
Listen, all you've been saying, Greyshaft this, Greyshaft that, wretched beauty, kill or be killed. Does anyone sane live here, or are you all criminals?
Well, first of all, thanks a lot.
I didn't...
And second of all, you're not far off. Greyshaft has fallen on hard times of late. The mines have shut down, and there's no work. The people have been scratching their heads trying to figure out how to survive. And to top it off, the authorities raised taxes so the capital might pat them on the head like good little dogs. So a lot of folk turned to highway robbery, taking up steel or sticks, or whatever they could find, and preying on the weak. The guards started fighting back, and the whole situation just keeps getting worse and worse. Hard times, eh? Hard times indeed.
Hey, do you have anything for pain?
My head is killing me. Got some vodka? But work comes first. Those logs over there.
No, Debs, take your vodka. I mean, some kind of decoction, or... Do you have any wolfsbane?
I've got a stiff apple decoction that's strong enough to blow the shell off a snapper. How's that sound?
Forget it. Thanks for nothing.
Suit yourself. But your bandages really do need changing. Know how?
No.
Well then, listen up. You'll need some cloth, preferably clean. If the piece is too wide, rip it into strips. When you're ready to change the dressing, hold them like this and fully cover the wound. Then fix it into place so it doesn't shift around. And you're golden.
Got it. Thanks. I'm done.
That's what you think. Go tidy up inside.
No, old man, that's enough. You certainly helped me out of a tough spot, but I'm not your hired cleaner.
Look at the manners on this one. All right, don't bother scrubbing the floor. You'd just be spreading the dirt around anyways. Just bring out the empty bottles from inside, and we'll call it even. You can handle a few glass bottles, right?
Just collect the empty bottles and bring them outside.
That's what I said.
Then I can handle it, yeah. I'll be right back.
What's that? Done with everything?
Your bottles, Nerest.
That's done then. Thanks for your help.
You know, it's not really my business, but isn't that kind of a lot of bottles? I mean, there's only so much drink the body can handle.
You're right, Tristan. It's certainly none of your business.
Can we talk?
Right then.
I got something to ask.
Aye, spit it out.
How do I get off this island?
You don't.
Stop messing with me, Nerest. It's a serious question.
I'm being serious. The brainy bastards up in the capital said the volcanoes are bound to erupt this year. So the last trade ship kissed Greyshaft goodbye a month ago. It's every island for themselves these next 6 months. Well, for the most part. Could still be some reckless old salt in our harbour who would raise anchor for the right price. But we both know you're poorer than a pikefish right now. Sure, you might have a gold and gemstone chamber pot in a starter, but no one here will give you the time of day while you're tramping about in me old rags.
So I've got to stay with you for the next 6 months, holding hands and waiting out the blight together.
By the one, do you have rat meat for brains, boy? I pulled you out of trouble. You worked off your debt. We're square. I'm not keen on being your nursemaid. Barely enough room here for me as it is. I'll say this, you need to go to the city. If you follow the path from here, it'll take you to an abandoned village. Don't turn off the path, just keep going. You'll need to go through a small ravine, then pass by a ruin that looks about to fall over. Just past that, you'll see a guard tower. Then you're bound to run into some good people who can tell you the best way to the city from there. Someone might even lead you there, if you have coin to spare.
And what do I do there? Start begging?
The Order is in the city, Tristan. Don't think I didn't notice the insignia on your companions on the beach. So it's not hard to guess who holds your passage home. Although it's not guaranteed, of course.
What are you trying to say?
Hard times have fallen on the Order of the Seven here, just as they have on all of Greyshaft. The Order's knights have seen better days, even if they have a ship, even if they're willing to risk heading out to sea despite the volcanoes. A spot on that ship would cost you a lot. The Order may have gone soft, but they know their worth. It'll take more than money to stir them up, and they won't be moved by empty tales. And you, as we both know, have nothing.
Hold on, but I do have something. I had a letter with me. The commander wanted to deliver it to the local chapter of the Order.
Did you lose it?
I had it with me. Nerest, you didn't...
Listen here, you had nothing back on that beach. Not even boots on your feet. I'd better not be hearing you call me a thief to my face while you're wearing my fecking trousers. The only thing keeping me from making you take them off and kicking you out is that you seem like a decent man, if stupid. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. But only this once. Are we clear?
Right, Sorry, Nerest.
Sorry, he says. All right, enough of that. I'd say you're onto something with the letter. Must be something important if they were trying that hard to deliver it. Maybe even important enough to barter for passage back to the capital. But the Order won't help you with your search. You need local people. Greyshaft people. Do you remember what the men who attacked you look like? Can you describe them?
Well, I remember one. He had shaggy red hair and a beard down to here. And the other one was almost entirely bald. But his head was tiny, with big ears sticking out like a hobster's.
That's something, at least. Try and find one of the freemen.
Freeman?
That's what the free hunters call themselves. They're a local commune of sorts. Claim to live by a code of justice, but if you ask me, their justice is pretty selective. That's beside the point. They know a lot about what goes on around here. Try and tell them your story. They might just help you. Decide for yourself if you want to mention the letter or not. I've no advice for you there. Right then, that's all I have to say. Farewell, Tristan. Luck be with you.
Farewell, Nerest. And thanks again for everything.
Oh, and one more thing.
What?
No matter what happens, stay on the path.
Another pair of soiled trousers. Oh, they smell just as bad as the first pair. I don't have the right tool. Something's blocking it from the other side. I'm armed. Go away.
Ho, vagrant! Where are you off to in such a hurry?
Vagrant?
Well, yeah. I can tell by your clothes. No way you've had a good life if you're ambling about in those. Am I wrong? So therefore, vagrant. I'm Fox. What's your name?
Triss.
Well met, Triss. You know, we sort of look like brothers, but from separate mothers. Your father wasn't a hunchback by any chance, was he?
Listen, pal, I have to go.
Which takes us back to where this conversation started, no? Where are you off to in such a hurry?
There's supposed to be a village further down this road. Do you know it?
Of course. But what are you aiming to find there? It's long since abandoned.
What do you mean by abandoned, exactly?
I mean, it's abandoned. The houses are empty, ransacked, all of them. Been like that for a few years. You know, there's a little something I've been meaning to do down in that village. If you help me, I'll tell you about a nice inn nearby where you can spend the night. And I'll toss you a few coins so you can pay the innkeeper. Huh? How's that sound?
What is this little something?
Smugglers use that village as a drop point. They leave stuff and other people come and pick it up. I know where they left the latest stash. And I also know that no one's come by to grab it yet.
Why can't you just do it yourself?
Just because the people abandoned it doesn't mean all the nasty critters did. It's full of rats, wild dogs, maybe even snakes. It'd be tough on my own. Having you tag along would give me peace of mind. Since I'm betting that weapon you're carrying isn't just for show.
I'll do it. But I want half the loot.
Oh, come on. Drive a pretty hard bargain for an ordinary vagrant, don't you? All right, fine. We'll split it 50-50. Between brothers. Now, let's go. All right, this is it. Here's the plan, brother. First, check behind that cart of logs. Then look in the big house in the middle. And the third stash should be in the old stable. Look for rough spun sacks, each about the size of a loaf of bread.
Wait, so what's your part in this?
I'll be keeping watch and making sure no one disturbs us. They haven't come to pick up the stuff yet, remember? That means they could show up at any time.
All right, whatever you say. Just keep your eyes peeled.
We're under attack! Leave before you get yourself hurt. Everyone, get over here! Sound the alarm!
It's too dangerous around
Gross.
here. Breathe. Keep breathing.
Ugh. Gross.
The door's locked. I can't get inside. Would be useful here. I think I've looked everywhere. I should go back to Fox. A key would be useful here.
Why is it?
Any luck?
Here, there was one sack in each spot.
No, that's not it. We've just wasted time. You sure you've checked everywhere?
There's still another house to check, but it's locked.
Locked? Please. Practically all you have to do is breathe on these village locks and they open. Come on, I'll show you. And there we go. Just like I said. Go on in. You know what to look for. I'll be outside. Sorry, Triss. You were a great brother, but I'm an orphan. Guest family just
What
isn't
a
my
little
thing.
shit.
Anyways, thanks for the help.
Now how am I supposed to get out of here? This house is practically falling apart at the seams. These look like human bones. I need to get out of here quickly. I'll be damned!
Hey, over here! I need help!
That rotten monster. Why is he wearing that junk?
What happened?
Can't you see? Just look at how those ash suckers defiled my sweet Eleanor.
You mean your cart? You named your cart?
What of it? Didn't the old barnacle bucket you rowed up to the island in have a name? I decided she needed a name, so I named her.
Does everyone here have an eye for outsiders?
It's just immediately obvious. You all walk differently, speak differently from us. And you all go around with your noses stuck up in the air, even if you come from some dingy backwater.
You have quite an interesting way of asking for help. What happened to your cart, anyways?
I'm trying to tell you. My beauty here was raided by obsters.
Not the prettiest sight, I'm sure.
Most indeededly. To continue, there's a small camp nearby. Those ash lickers are holed up there, I'm sure of it. I can't risk Eleanor being turned into kindling, so I can't leave this spot. Do you think you could go and get her wheels back for me?
We have a deal. Why would hobsters need cartwheels? Don't come any closer. Get it together, Tristan.
Absolutely foul.